So all week I've been really debating whether to see this. It's a film I've really been looking forward to, but the reviews said no, weren't liking it, but I went away and saw it anyway. So Passengers, directed by Morten Tyldum, who recently brought us The Imitation Game, great film, and another film called Headhunters. So the story is, in the future there's a whole spaceship called the Avalan, which is carrying over like 5,000 passengers on board who are all in hibernation because they are leaving Earth to go to a human colony on another planet. It's not post-apocalyptic, Earth is fine, but they're just going. And so Chris Pratt, after some rubbish stuff in space, a meteor hits the spaceship, something goes wrong, and Chris Pratt's hibernation chamber awakens, and he's awake, but he is 90 years too early before the ship is meant to reach the planet, and he can't figure out a way to get back. So quickly, this isn't a kind of a spoiler, but it does reveal a lot more to the story than you do know, just a warning. So Chris Pratt then spends a year on this spaceship. It's kind of like a cruise line. It's got loads of entertainment for you, but which is meant to be prepped 4 months before they arrive. So he gets really bored. He bonds with the local bartender, played by robot bartender played by Michael Sheen, but gradually goes really insane after a year and knows he needs someone to be with. And so when he looks at some of the other passengers, he finds Jennifer Lawrence, Aurora, who he immediately kind of falls in love with by her profile, and has been debating, you know what, I don't want to live these 90 years on my own. And it's quite a horrible thing, because immediately if he does that, he'll take away her freedom. But he does it, she awakens, he keeps it all secret though, and then these two spend the time in space kind of falling in love until some other stuff happens. So yeah, so I really wanted to see this film, and I did eventually, because critics hated it. I liked it. I really, really did. I don't care what other people say. I thought this was a great time at the cinema. It was just fun and enjoyable. It wasn't perfect, but I liked it, and I'm glad I saw it. So just a bit more on that. Yeah, so I don't care what critics say. This is a good time at the cinema, so just enjoy it. Don't think about it. Firstly, yeah, exciting, fun time. There are major problems. It's not perfect, but it's good. You know, it has a kind of, people have said it's Titanic in space. Well, yeah, it is, and it's very familiar with other stuff as well. But yeah, you may find it predictable, but just enjoy it. I'm going to be saying that quite a lot, but I think, yeah, the first and second acts are just really intense and really just atmospheric, and then the last act maybe goes a bit wonky. There are some other the characters necessarily aren't too in depth as we want them to be. But it was exactly the movie I wanted. It was exactly what I was hoping it to be, and I really enjoyed it. It is structurally a bit rubbish and weird. It's all over the place. It's maybe quite shallow in the way in the storyline it is. Some people didn't like it like that, but I really liked it. I thought it was wonderfully visual as well. There were some really beautiful moments. I mean, it has this wonderful atmosphere, which is very weird and creepy, but I think it executed that perfectly, and I just loved that. The score by Thomas Newman, who has probably become my great favourite composer, who did similar music from Finding Nemo, that's not weird, and The Adjustment Bureau, which has a very kind of melancholic score, but it's really good, especially if it's in outer space. Chris Pratt, I think, does a superb job. Like he plays Chris Pratt, but he does play a very damaged, kind of insane character a bit. And Jennifer Lawrence is superb as well. She really sort of nails her character, and these two do have a little good chemistry. Maybe we were hoping for maybe a bit more better chemistry, but they do work together, I think. Yeah, so I really just liked it. I really had a good time. If you look at how other people have liked it, some people don't like it, people don't think it's great. I just really did like it. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time, and that's what's important. It doesn't matter about the performance. So it is a bit naff in some areas. It really isn't perfect, but just enjoy it. That's what it is, and I really, really liked it. I don't care. It's an 8.4 for me, just from how much I enjoyed it. There you go.